So this was a pretty interesting invasion. You see, I get in here, you know, there's that one guy that's AFK, and then his friend with, it looks like the spear you get at the dancing windmill villages. And he has the Clayman Harpoon Ash of War, which I'm starting to realize after a few invasions is actually kind of a mean Ash of War. It comes out pretty fast, does a decent bit of damage. Altogether, I think it's a kind of almost slept-on Ash of War. I'm never going to use it personally. You can see there, I almost died, just flat out. But, you see there, I got the first guy, well, I got the guy that was initially AFK. Specifically because the weird phantom hitbox on the Great Katanas. I don't know what to tell you about Great Katanas. They are crazy when their moveset, their range. Now I'm just sort of playing around with the last guy. But before I can really do anything, you're about to see, he just sort of starts sprinting off. And I'm not sure exactly what his plan here is. Because it's not like there's anyone in the level to help him. This is Ash and Lane-Dell. There's all of like 10 enemies in the entire place. And for a second there, I thought maybe he had a friend he was waiting on. Or maybe he just doesn't understand how invasions and seamless co-op work. And he was maybe waiting on his friend to be revived. I'm not entirely sure, honestly. But you see, I'm just sort of like watching him. I'm very clearly confused. Then you see it on the compass. I was like, oh, there's another guy coming. I'll just kill him. You know, no reason to focus on the guy spamming Clayman's Harpoon. Because that's easy enough to dodge as long as you're paying attention. And then, you know, I think I just come to the conclusion, I guess that he's the only one here, so I've got to kill him. Crazy how that man was fat rolling. I had no idea, because I don't think I'd seen him roll the entire fight round. But either way, pretty easy victory. Thought I'd just throw in here at the beginning. I'm going to give you all some free advice and just let you know that you are able to turn off seamless co-op invasions. That is an option available to you. As you'll see here in a moment, not everyone knows you can do that. This was a pretty easy fight. That's why this clip is going to be so short. I get in here, there's one guy, I don't know why everyone uses Death's Blade, and then there's the other guy with just a regular katana circling around my back. I know he's there, obviously, so I try to strike out. It's crazy that even if you dodge, the whole Death's Blade thing still works. So you see here, I managed to kill the guy with the katana, and his friend, before I can even finish an emote, just leaps off the cliff. Like, at that point, just turn off seamless co-op invasions, man. As you're about to see when I get into this invasion, they kind of had me sweating when I first saw them. If you look at this, you can see that as I, like, jump into the Fort of Reprimand, homie's standing there, like, looking, waiting for me. That gives me the idea of, oh, these guys are gankers. I am about to get my ass beat. But, no, they're just over here still fighting the fucking Omen Killer. And I failed to secure the kill on that first guy. And then I failed to secure another kill on the second guy. It's actually pretty wild. So then he starts spamming blood magic on me. And thanks to the high poise chilling mist gives you, I'm able to kill that guy. Normally Rakshas's armor doesn't have a ton of poise. So then it's just a guy left. I think he has what's it called, the Blade of Calling. So I decided to swap to a goofier weapon and just start fucking with him. And it goes pretty well. I mean, no offense to this guy, but the Blade of Calling just isn't a good weapon. It's actually what I would consider a bad weapon. I don't even know why I still have Gaius's spear on me, honestly. It has such a bad rolling attack. And even despite that, this invasion is funny for a couple of reasons. First of all, this is two players that you're about to see who are both using the Rivers of Blood. And is that weapon unironically still good? Because I'm seeing people use it pretty often. And it's like, I thought it was nerfed into the ground ages ago, both in PvE and PvP. So it's just like, are people just reading old guides and going off of that for all their knowledge? So as you can see, I get down here, there's one guy who's already low on health. He tries hitting me with the Ash of War, so I just poise through it and beat his ass. His friend, I think his other weapon is the Hand of Melania. Which that weapon actually can be good in the right hands, thanks to how it procs with multi-hit palisades. And here's the other funny bit. I'm just walking towards this guy, and he's spamming B like it's the only thing in the world that's gonna save him. And then, of course, he immediately goes for the Rivers of Blood, and then just fucking dies. Genius. This is another particularly good invasion. This one's actually in Castle Ensis, which I weirdly don't get a lot of invasions in. In case you're unaware, I'm invading at level 135. So maybe it's just because of my level, maybe a lot of people aren't going into the DLC at level 135. But in either case, you see exactly where we are. It's that ramp leading up to sort of the second, more interior area. They give me a wave, which immediately puts me on edge, because it makes me think I'm about to deal with gankers. Which I sort of feel like I was. You see that guy's using the Blood Arm, which was very strong, but I think it got nerfed. And then his friends over here are like some Stormhawk ass bullshit. And I completely misread that. I got my ass fucking beat. And he's using the Stormhawk Slash, or whatever it's called, to keep pressure on me. It's really just because there's two of them. If it wasn't for the fact that there was two of them, I'd be having a much easier time here. So I swapped to the Great Sword thanks to its hyper armor, and a really good roll catch thanks to Chilling Mist. Under the assumption that I can use the Chilling Mist to sort of kill one of them. And you'll see here that it does actually work. Chilling Mist is a goat. Unironically, it's such a good Ash of War. I didn't even technically kill that guy because of Chilling Mist. Still, I'll give it credit. So now it's just this guy, who I would consider the only good player among the two. The other guy was just sort of keeping pressure. This guy was actually making plays. Unfortunately, as you can see looking at him, he has crazy latency. I made a bad call with that Waves of Darkness. Wasn't gonna work. And while I was switching weapons, I fucking ate the, I ate that lightning bolt. Thankfully, he doesn't seem to have a lot of fate, because it did not hit very hard. In a less latent game, I would have caught him with that third roll catch. Personally, that's what I think. So then I switched to the Great Katana, purely because it has such an insane moveset. He's gonna have a much harder time avoiding my attacks here. Even though the Piercing Strike fucked up. I think this is the weapon I used to kill him. It's been a while since I watched this invasion.
Round pot like it's fucking Dark Souls 3. Ooh, very slick.
I think this is where I get him. No, heals. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Thankfully, I have multiple copies of this weapon, so I'm easily able to sort of use its many different versions to sort of keep this guy on his toes. I think I'm winning the Estus game right now. He has healed a lot. I hope you're personally ready to see me get my ass beat. Because I fuck up here with these two. I think one of them is a bleed build, one of them is a mage. And they just proceed to absolutely fucking rock my shit for some reason. I wouldn't be putting it in the video if I didn't win, of course. Spoiler alert. But you see that guy got so lucky. Black Knight Thief stepped in at the last second to bail his ass out. Or he would have been 110% dead. And I wasn't close enough with a rolling attack. The roll catch on the Chilling Mist there. That's pretty funny. I forgot that I frostbit him there. And of course this asshole is spamming Night Comet, like the absolute scrubbiest mage of all time. And here he is, getting another... He's getting saved by Black Knife Tish. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. Of course, I have some pretty close calls here myself. It's just a wild all-around invasion. I had no reason I should have won any of this. Especially with that mage spamming Night Comet. Some real bullshit. I don't even know, honestly, what killed the Mimic tier there. But am I thankful that it died. Holy. Oh, thank goodness. It's so nice to see that summon dead. Or that first player. Now that it's just the mage, I can just focus on them and, of course, Black Knife Tish, who is just making my life an absolute living hell here. And now that I've got the Whimsard off my ass for a couple of seconds, I can now focus successfully on Tish, put them in the ground, and now it's just the shitty mage. Which you'll see really is a shitty mage. Like, they have no idea of what spacing is, or how to even play the game outside of just casting spells constantly. Down in a fucking heartbeat like they deserve. Hard fight, tough fight. This invasion here is proof of why you always need to have weapons on you with a large AoE, Ash of War. Like, the Zamor Curved Sword is not good on a straight sword. However, the Ash of War alone, and its insanely high hyper armor combined with the strength of the Frostbite make it such a worthwhile addition. And here you can see they think they have me because I swapped to a greatsword, so they go back in, and then I proceed to rock them with Waves of Darkness, which sets me up to only fighting one guy. Which, as we all know, once you're fighting one PvE player, it's already over. And he just sort of gets roll caught with that.